Coming up tonight on YCN News, Vermont Governor Peter Shumlin votes today to remind Vermonters of their ability to vote early. A multi-alarm fire damages a family-owned wood products company in New London. And the city of Claremont may have found a better way to heat several downtown buildings. For more news, weather, and sports, it's time for YCN, your local view.
Now, your daily digest of the Dartmouth Lake Sunapee region, southern Vermont, and Windsor County. News, sports, weather, and all that is happening in our area. The news on YCN, your local view.
Good evening, and welcome to this Thursday edition of YCN News. I'm Rose Spillman. Candidate for re-election, Vermont Governor Peter Shumlin voted early today, just days before next Tuesday's general election. Early voting is becoming more popular. Governor Shumlin explains why. Polls are opening on November 4th, but today Governor Shumlin is casting his ballot to show that Vermonters have the ability to vote early. So who can vote early, and are there any restrictions?
There are absolutely no restrictions. Everybody can vote early. It's not like the old days where you had to be sick or in some way not able to get to the polls. So we're urging Vermonters to get out and vote. You can vote any day, right now, through Election Day. Just stop by your town clerk's office, your city hall, and vote.
Great, thank you. The November 4th general election will decide races nationwide, including in Vermont and New Hampshire. Check your local polling place for when the polls open and close. A multi-alarm fire today damaged a family-owned wood products company in New London. The fire at New London Wood Products began before 6 a.m., WNTK reports. 1554 King Hill Road is the business address. Kiln-dried wood products are the company's specialty. Dean Larpenter has 30 years' experience in the forest industry. For the last 13 years, his wife Pam and son Sean have worked alongside him, the company website notes. A call today to the business went to voicemail. The longest-serving mayor of Boston died today. New Hampshire Governor Maggie Hassan paid tribute this afternoon to Thomas Menino. Menino was 71. He died of cancer. He served Boston as mayor from 1993 to 2013 when he announced he would not seek a sixth term, WBUR recalls. Before becoming mayor, Menino served on the Boston City Council. Through decades of public service, Tom Menino served as an effective and dedicated advocate for all of the people, families, and communities in his city, says Hassan. He will be missed by many throughout New England, including by those who benefited from Menino's early support of marriage equality, Hassan wrote in a statement. Hassan joins in mourning his loss and sends her thoughts to Menino's family and loved ones. When YCN News returns, the city of Claremont looks for a more efficient way of heating several downtown buildings, and the Newport School Board releases information on increased tax rates in the 2015 to 2016 school year.
The YCN News continues in a moment.
Welcome back to YCN News. I'm Rose Spillman. The city of Claremont may have found a better way to heat several of its downtown buildings, a way that will save the city money and heat older buildings efficiently. A $250,000 grant from the U.S. Forest Service will go toward establishing a wood-fired district heating system in the heart of the downtown, the Eagle Times reports. Notice of the grant on the city's behalf came Tuesday from the Capital Regional Development Council. This is part of a proposal by Concord, New Hampshire-based Hot Zero. A centralized boiler system will provide hot water and electricity to buildings. Wood chips or wood pellets will fuel the boiler system. The grant will be used for engineering studies for the underground project. Earlier this year, Dick Henry, a founder of Hot Zero, explained to Claremont City Councilors the completed project will not require sidewalks to be ripped up. This may quench some residents' fears as the project rolls out later next year. Another benefit is that per a law signed in May 2013 by New Hampshire Governor Maggie Hassan, hot water district energy systems do not require Public Utilities Commission regulation. This will move the Hot Zero proposal for Claremont along quicker. There's a reason why the saying, "cash is king," remains popular. Let's learn more in this week's financial report with Martha Mackey.
In tonight's financial report, what are the key uses of cash?
Hi, I'm Martha Mackey, your local Edward Jones financial advisor. As an investor, you may spend most of your time thinking about your stocks and bonds and mutual funds, but it's wise to spend a little bit of time also thinking about something that's less exciting, which is how much cash you are keeping on hand. There's a lot of reasons to keep cash on hand.
Unexpected expenses and emergencies.
You'll need a sufficient cash balance in your savings account if something unexpected comes up, like maybe some medical expenses or an unanticipated home repair, for example.
Specific short-term savings goals.
Perhaps you're saving a down payment for a house, or maybe you're saving for your next vehicle. If those purchases are planned within the next year or two, especially, the best place for that money is in cash rather than risking fluctuation in other investment vehicles.
Everyday spending.
If you're getting close to retirement, think about how much cash you want in your portfolio. If you're living on mostly a fixed income, it's good to keep a healthy cash cushion just for those emergencies that come up or if you need a major home repair. Another good reason to put cash away is if you have a short-term savings goal, like maybe you're saving for a down payment on a house or for your next vehicle. It's best to keep that money in cash rather than risk fluctuation in stock or bond investments for the short term.
Source of investment.
It's wise to keep some cash in your portfolio. That way you'll be more prepared when the next good investment opportunity comes up. You'll have some cash available to take advantage of it. Now, with all these uses of cash in mind, I also want you to keep in mind that having too much cash can be a missed opportunity. With interest rates being so low, if you're setting money aside toward long-term goals, cash is not the best place for those investments. This is Martha Mackey, your local Edward Jones financial advisor, member SIPC.
Today, the Newport, New Hampshire School Board released information on changes and plans in the upcoming 2015 to 2016 school year. Pending the rate from the New Hampshire Department of Revenue, the school board estimates the school tax rate to increase by $1.83 per $1,000 real property valuation. This increase is due in part to the decline in tuition revenue. Recently, the decision was made to reduce tuition rates after it was noted that statewide enrollments were declining. The board did note they are looking into possible opportunities to use existing space for educational programs that could reduce expenses and bring more revenue to the district. Another option the board will look into is adopting a provision that would allow the school board a year-end surplus to moderate year-to-year changes. On another note, Newport was happy to announce the Board of Administration and the Goshen School Board have been working productively together, and the Goshen Board has now designated Newport as an anchor school. This could result in more tuition revenue to the district. A long-standing community association has formed new roots in Claremont.
Hi, I'm Katrina Clark. I am the new president of the newly chartered Claremont Sugar River Rotary Club that was chartered on July 31st of this year for Claremont, New Hampshire. Last Friday, we had a great event at the Common Man Inn. It was our charter night, where we as a group accepted our official charter from Rotary International. We had a great evening of food and beverages and camaraderie in Rotary. We had a wonderful keynote speaker, Ali Boucher, who is a past district governor for District 7870. The club actually, the original club, the Claremont Rotary Club, was chartered in 1922. In 2008, it returned its charter, and thanks to a group of individuals, including Peter Wright, they decided to reform the group. And it's been a long process, I think about 6 to 8 months, and we were finally in effect as of July 31st. It's a group of individuals that want to make it a better community, whether that's through beautification or it's through just assisting other groups that just need a helping hand, whether it's for volunteerism or it's raising funds to build a new structure. Any of those things kind of fall into the category of what we're looking to do. It's about networking, it's about friendship and bonding between people, and really creating more of a community between the members, and then kind of pushing that out to the rest of the community in general. One of the new initiatives or upcoming initiatives is one of our members, Lynn Gerard, who is part owner of the Golden Cross Ambulance here in town, is heading up this particular fundraiser. She's purchasing wreaths that we're going to decorate and then sell to community members at a cost that will raise funds for us. That way we can give back to our community.
When YCN News returns, we'll join Upper Valley Chronicles' Elizabeth Durazio, who met with Heather Bachman from the Howe Library.
The YCN News continues in a moment.
Welcome back to YCN News. I'm Rose Spillman. Now Matt McDonald will have a look at our weather for the next few days and then move on to sports.
Thanks, Rose. Tonight will be partly cloudy with lows in the 30s. Tomorrow we'll have a high of 49 degrees with winds around 5 miles per hour and mostly cloudy skies. Tomorrow night we'll have lows in the 30s with mostly cloudy skies. Saturday we have a 50% chance of rain with winds around 5 miles per hour. Skies will be mostly cloudy with highs around 47 degrees. Saturday night we'll have a 30% chance of rain and snow before 1 a.m., with more chance of snow between 1 and 4 a.m. Skies will be mostly cloudy and lows will be in the upper 20s. Now let's see what's coming up on our community calendar. Tomorrow in New Hampshire, the Cornish Select Board will meet at 3 p.m. In Hanover, the Shattuck Observatory will hold an astronomical observing at 8 p.m. Remember, you can submit local events from your community by sending them to news@ycnnow.com. And now let's take a look at local high school sports. Last night, despite some rainy weather, there were some games, notably the girls' soccer Division III tournament game between Stevens and Guilford. Crowds gathered in Monadnock Park in Claremont to watch this anticipated game. After 20 minutes of play, Stevens' Caitlin Belair scores this great goal. There were 3 goals scored in the first half. Of the other goals, this one by Stevens' Pia Schuster makes its way into the net. Another great goal was by Allie Lizotte. In the end, Stevens won 5-0 against the Guilford Golden Eagles. Number 4 seeded Stevens will play a quarterfinal game against number 5 Campbell on Sunday, also at Monadnock Park. This will be our YCN Game of the Week premiering next Wednesday. Another reigning game took place last night in boys soccer. Sunapee took on Hinsdale during the first round of the Division IV playoffs. Sunapee won 6-1 and is set to play in the next quarter-final game against Derryfield on Saturday at 2 p.m.
Thanks, Matt. When YCN News continues, we'll join Capital Connections' John O'Connor.
The YCN News continues in a moment.